Open Heavens on the Go, Tuesday, September 24th, 2024. Topic: Helpmeet Indeed, Part 2. Memory verse, Proverbs 12:4. A virtuous woman is a crown to her husband, but she that maketh ashamed is as rottenness in his bones. Bible reading, Proverbs 31:10-31. Who can find a virtuous woman? For her price is far above rubies. The heart of her husband doth safely trust in her, so that he shall have no need of spoil. She will do him good and not evil all the days of her life. She seeketh wool and flax, and worketh willingly with her hands. She is like the merchant's ship. She bringeth her food from afar. She riseth also while it is yet night, and giveth meat to her household, and a portion to her maidens. She considereth a field, and buyeth it. With the fruit of her hand she planted a vineyard. She girded her loins with strength, and strengthened her arms. She perceiveth that her merchandise is good. Her candle goeth not out by night. She layeth her hands to the spindle, and her hands hold the distaff. She stretcheth out her hand to the poor. Yea, she reacheth forth her hands to the needy. She is not afraid of the snow for her household, for all her household are clothed with scarlet. She maketh herself coverings of tapestry. Her clothing is silk and purple. Her husband is known in the gates, when he sitteth among the elders of the land. She maketh fine linen, and selleth it, and delivereth girdles unto the merchant. Strength and honor are her clothing, and she shall rejoice in time to come. She openeth her mouth with wisdom, and in her tongue is the law of kindness. She looketh well to the ways of her household, and eateth not the bread of idleness. Her children arise up and call her blessed, her husband also, and he praiseth her. Many daughters have done virtuously, but thou excellest them all. Favor is deceitful, and beauty is vain. But a woman that feareth the Lord, she shall be praised. Give her of the fruit of her hands, and let her own works praise her in the gates. The message. Today, I will conclude my teaching on what it means to be a true helpmeet. There are wives who parade themselves as helpmeets, but they are not. As a wife, if you hide money, saying, "My money is my money, and my husband's money is our money," you are not a helpmeet. To help someone, you must be willing to sacrifice your resources. You cannot claim to be helping when you do not meet needs that you can easily afford to. Yes, it is a husband's responsibility to take care of the home, but whenever you can afford it, it will be very helpful to say, "Don't worry about this. I have taken care of it." Helping someone entails taking burdens off the person and not watching him or her carry them alone. As a helpmeet, you must be fully involved in what your husband does. Be there to help him in areas he needs help, especially when he asks for it. You cannot be a helpmeet if you are not submissive. If you are to help someone with something, they will give you instructions on how to help them. When they give you instructions, your answer should be, "Yes, darling." If you say no, you are clearly not willing to help. If you want to suggest a better idea, your answer should be, "How about we do it this way?" As opposed to an outright no. If you are truly interested in your husband's success, you will do all you can to help him. When I moved my family to Redemption City, it was not convenient for my wife. We moved from a city to the middle of a forest, and the house we moved into had no windows. This is where the Open Heavens International Center is today. Not only did my wife move into such inconvenience, but she also began rigorous rural evangelism in the surrounding areas. She gathered a small team to help her and would travel to many villages several kilometers away preaching the gospel. Some people didn't want to hear about Christ, while some said that they were already part of bigger church denominations. However, she persisted and was able to establish most of the parishes we have around the city today, even all the way to Ibafo, which is about 20 kilometers away. She is a perfect example of a helpmate, one that gets involved and does everything in her power to see her husband succeed. Reflection. Are you really your husband's helpmate? Bible reading in 1 year. Habakkuk 1-3. Hymn for today. To the work, we are servants of God. The Open Heavens is written by Pastor E. A. Adeboye, the General Overseer of the Redeemed Christian Church of God.